to part 4 of how to play percussion. We're going to actually make some sound today, and we're going to talk about how to do that. First of all, I'll start with the snare drum. So if you don't have your snare drum ready, get it set up and pause the video and then join me when you're ready to go. So we talked about that grip. We talked about how to stand. Make sure your snare drum is at your belt level, your waist level. And then go ahead and get your sticks right over the center of the drum. Okay? And then what I want you to do is put both sticks up. Okay? And then I want you to feel how it feels to strike that drum, just with your right hand first. Boy, that might be loud for the camera. I don't know. You might have to turn your volume down. I'll have to check it out later. But so what the feeling I want you to feel is like the stick is bouncing on the head. So I don't want you to feel like you're gripping that really tight and you're pushing it down and you're pulling it up. I want you to feel like you're pushing it down and it bounces up. Okay? And when you kind of get that feeling, remember that these three fingers are loose, but they're also not flying away. They're wrapped around lightly. And once you get that down with both hands up, I want you to do 4 right hands like this. You can do it with me, and you might want to repeat it multiple times. So here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Okay? So repeat that a few times and try and make it feel like almost like you're bouncing a basketball. You're pushing it down and it's coming back on its own. I'm going to do it again. You can join me again. 1, 2, here we go. Notice that I'm doing down up strokes. When I'm ending up. Let's try with our left hand. Same exact thing. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay? So practice each of those, rights and lefts. And I would do 4 rights, pause, 4 lefts, pause. As a matter of fact, it would be really helpful if you paused the video right now and did 5 of each on each. 5, so 4 rights, 4 lefts, 5 times. Okay? So go ahead and pause it and do that. The having the control to be able to make that sound is going to be really helpful as we go forward. Okay? Let's try it on the bells. Okay, so if you haven't set up your bells kit, pause the video and set that up and be ready with your bells kit. We're going to practice a couple things on that one. First of all, same grip, same stance, and same having those mallets up, just like your drumsticks up. And we're going to play the first note, we're going to play on the D. So if you're looking at it like this, and here is this set of 2 on the top, and 3, and 2, and 3. So on the lowest set of 2, you're going to play right here in the middle of the 2. And that's a D right there. This note here is a C. And then it goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so forth. We'll talk about notes and what each note is and how to read those notes later. But for now, we're going to play on this D. It sounds like this. Okay? And on the bells, it's going to ring for a really long time, and that's okay for now. So, I want you to practice 4 Ds with your right hand, so like this. 1, 2, here we go. And practice looking at it, and practice maybe looking up just a little bit, and just trying to see with your peripheral vision that note too. And try it with your left hand. Ready? 1, 2, left hand, here we go. Okay, notice I played 2 of them looking at it, and I played 2 of them looking up. So kind of practice getting used to not looking at the instrument the entire time. You'll learn that one as we start playing music. You have to look at your music and play the instrument down here, and it gets a little challenging. So start practicing now doing that. So notice that as I'm playing, I'm trying to play the down up stroke. So down up meaning I'm going down to strike it, and I'm pulling up after I strike it. And it'll bounce a little bit, not as much as it does on the snare drum, but imagine you're pulling the sound out of the bells, okay, as opposed to, see, if I even just hold it on there, it doesn't work good, right? You want to hit it and get off of it, okay? So practice that a few times. And just a couple things to think about as you're getting ready to start playing soon. you want to find a place where you can practice without being interrupted and without being disturbed. Somewhere where you can practice and you can devote 15, 20, 30 minutes to practice without anybody bothering you. So that might be your bedroom, it might be your back patio, it might be your garage, it might be anywhere else in the house. You might need to have a conversation with your family and say, hey, where can I go where you're not going to bother me and you're not going to yell at me because I'm playing and making lots of loud noise, or whatever works for you guys. Okay, you might find a good spot in your house that you can do that. And then the next thing is, as we start playing music and band, you want to practice the things that you're not getting, things that you're not doing that you're supposed to be doing, right? For example, let's say you're supposed to be able to play exercise 6 in the book and you can't play it. Well, that's the one then you should go practice until you can play it. Slow things down, break things into smaller sections, and practice it and get better, and then speed it back up to the right tempo. Okay, so that would be really helpful. And then the last thing is just set a specific time to practice. Some time that like maybe it's after school. Every day I come home from school, first thing I do is I practice my instruments and put them away, and I'm done for the day with music, right? That's a good way to do it. Or maybe it's right before you go to bed. I get ready for bed, I practice my instruments, I go to bed. And that may not work for your family or for you, but it doesn't matter what works, just make sure something works. And you're practicing every day for about 15 minutes. And learning the things we're learning in class, and then going ahead in the book if you can, and wherever else. Maybe you have other music to practice. So practice daily, practice your instruments, both the snare drum and the bells. I promise you someday you'll be glad you did both. Okay, so join us on the next video. Next video we're actually going to talk a little more about some music things. So join us there, and we'll learn some more stuff. See you then.